There we go.
Should be started. Okay. Fractions. For some reason you guys are all struggling on. And I'm hiring the other day, you proved you could do fractions, right? When I asked, you got 3/4, how many more you need to make $1, you jumped right on that answer. That's something you can relate to. Right? So we'll put that on the board. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. All right, you got 4 quarters in your pocket. Add that up. Right? Denominator, bottom number always stays the same. When you add, just add the top number. 4 over 4. Top number is 4, bottom number is 4. What does that mean? 1, exactly. Any number of itself equals 1. That's how you get $1 out of it. Now the reason I push fractions so much and percentages is because in real life, that's what you're going to be dealing with. You guys went out for the outing the other day. Went to the movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys go shopping or anything?
Shop for popcorn.
Shop for popcorn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ever see anything on sale? They have anything on sale while you're there?
Yeah.
What?
They said the little box is like $1.50 and then it goes up from there.
Okay. Okay. Now you guys go to the store to buy stuff. 25%. Last night I bought a coupon book for my granddaughter. The coupon books you guys sell in school to raise money. Paid $20 for it. I'm supposed to save like $3 million a week or whatever it is on those coupons.
They save $3 million a week.
That's an exaggeration. You save more than $20 if you use the coupons. Some of the coupons says you get 25% off. Right? Now what's a better deal? 25% or 1/4 off?
1/4 off.
Is that a better deal than 25%? Or is that the same deal?
It's the
It's
same deal.
exactly the same.
Same deal. When you guys buy things and they have them on sale, if it costs $10, but you got 1/2 off, how do you know how much money you're saving? Why if you get, yeah.
Wouldn't you subtract it from
Subtract what?
the percentage from how much it is?
Yeah, but you gotta figure out how much it is first.
So
If I told you, I've got this box right here for $10, but I'm gonna sell it to you half price.
Just
Now,
5.
it's $5. But how'd you figure that out? What happens if I told you, okay, half
Because
price?
5
So
plus 5 equals 10.
there you go. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So half of that, right? 5 over 10 plus 5 over 10
It did not.
equals $10, right? Half of it. So if I walked up to you and said, I'm gonna give you a good deal on that half off $7, am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
You're wrong. But you gotta know that. You gotta know fractions to know that. See, that's how they get a lot of people on this deal. I think I told you the story about a fellow lives in Charlotte that one worked for McDonald's when they come up with selling hamburgers for 98 cents a piece. He said, no, you don't want to do that. You want to sell 2 for $2. Everybody said, 2 for $2, that's a great deal. I'm getting 2 hamburgers for $2. Was that a better deal than 98 cents each?
Yeah.
Is it?
It could be.
If I paid 98 cents each for a hamburger, am I paying more or less than $2?
Less.
Less than $2. So which is a better deal?
$2.
But in everyone's mind, 2 for $2. How many more millions of dollars do you think McDonald's made off of those 2 cents on every hamburger? Nationwide or worldwide? Because everybody thought they were getting a good deal. That's why you got to think about that in fractions. That's why they do fractions like they do when you're in stores. That's why sometimes it says 1/3 off, sometimes a half off, sometimes they use percentages. It's whatever catches your eye. So what's some other examples for fractions?
So, 100 over 20.
Oh, that's a good one. 100 over 20. What does that mean? Hmm?
I was just giving you a number.
Okay, no, that's a good number. It's a good example. But how much do you have?
120.
120?
No, like if you add 120 together,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you 120.
Okay, if you add them together, but how do you know? If I've got 20 boxes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 20 of these erasers in a box, right? Most I can have in one box is 20, right? Well, this is saying I got 100 over 20. That means that box is full. How many more boxes do I have? Right. Every box has 20. How do you figure that up?
You would add up every single box
You could.
in a way, or just think about how much.
Divide.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you are right. You could keep filling up boxes till you run out, put 20 in each box and come up. Or what Jordan said, divide. What do you divide?
By 2.
You always divide. When you divide, you always divide the top
by
number
100.
by the bottom number.
Yeah.
That would be 20 divided by 100.
Right. So how many boxes do you have?
2.
I want to say 3, but I don't think it's right.
Well, two times what?
5.
Hmm?
5.
5. 2 times 5 equals 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring the zeros over. So if you had 20 of these in the box, and you had 100 to put in, you come up with 5 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're dealing with fractions, most time you're dealing with a piece of it, okay? Pizza pie. They always use pizza. I don't know who thought of it, but evidently it must have been some frat guy in college thought about it, because everything's about pizza when it comes to fractions. If I ate half that pizza, how many pieces did I eat?
3.
3?
Or 2.
2. I ate this piece and I ate this piece, right?
Yeah, and you have leftovers of 2 pieces.
Right.
But if it was cut like an actual pizza, then it'd be a different story, because then you would have to figure out
How many pieces?
how many pieces in total, because it's cut in slices.
Yeah.
So then it's like,
So if he adds like a line over there and a line straight
Yeah.
down, then that would be like slices of pizza, and then he would have 3 left over, and 3 that
well,
he
just
has 8.
for, yeah, but like also like one whole side, if he does that, it would mean there'd be 1 piece, 2, 3, 4
Mm-hmm.
on one whole side. So he would have ate 4 whole pieces, which gives him that whole half gone.
There you go. If I ate 2, there's 4 pieces total, right?
Yeah.
4 pieces total. If I ate half the pizza, I'm eating 2, right?
Yeah.
2 over 4. So what number does that represent?
6.
2 over 4, I ate,
Means 2/4.
oh, break it down. 2 fourths, but break it down. If I eat 2 out of the 4 pieces,
2 and 4 halves.
So-
you're close. A half. So 2 over 4 is the same. Now do what you guys say. Draw these up in the middle. Now I eat half the pizza. Right. How many pieces did I eat? 4. How many pieces do I have total?
8.
8. Did I eat the same amount of pizza?
No. Yeah, because
Well,
you ate
like-
half of the
yes.
before and you left over 4.
I ate 4
You
pieces.
still have 4 pieces left.
Got 4 pieces left, but how much of the pizza's gone? In both cases. How much of the pizza is gone?
only a half.
Hmm?
Half
Yeah.
of the pizza gone.
When it's in 4 pieces, they're just bigger pieces. But they're all half. They're all half. If I did the pizza this way,
All of it. You can.
if I did the pizza that way, how many total slices do I have?
2.
2. I ate half of it.
1 over 2.
You still have a half.
1 over 2. Still got half a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But now if I got stomach ache too, that's beside the point. Still got half a pizza. So 4 over 8, 1 over 2, 2 over 2. Which number's bigger, smaller, or are they all the same?
They're all the same.
They're all the same, but if you had to pick which denominator was bigger, you would probably go with 4 over 8 because that was the, at least that's what I'm thinking.
You're on the right track. No, you are when you break things down and simplify. You're on the right track.
Because when I think of it, because I had one of my math teachers do the same thing, and he would find the 3 different ways of breaking it down, and then he's like, okay, well, which one, if I had to choose which denominator was the biggest, which one would I choose? And I would always look to see, is there a bigger number than some of the other ones that are up there?
Right.
So like, you got 8, 2, and 4, so 8 would obviously be the bigger one.
That's a bigger number if you're looking at a number line.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at a fixed object, say the number of crayons in there, okay? 96 crayons in that box. Yeah, that's a big number. 96 is on the bottom, okay? That's bigger than any of these other numbers. But what's half of 96?
50.
You're close. A little bit lower than 50.
60.
40, 50.
It's got to be lower than 50 because 50 plus 50 equals
70.
100. It's going to be less than 50.
I'm
I'm
thinking
gonna say
either
70.
35 or 40.
43. So if I cut that pizza into 96 slices and I ate 43 of them,
You're gonna
I'm still
get
only ate
it.
half a pizza. See, that's one way they use in marketing. They look at big numbers like that.
Do you do marketing here?
Well, I don't do marketing here. But I've helped do marketing in the past, writing.
Why?
Hmm?
Why don't you do it here?
Well, there's no need for me to do it here. Another place I worked, I didn't do the math and all that. I left that to accountants. But being a writer, I wrote a lot of what they call blurbs. In other words, little paragraphs. You know, attention-getting paragraphs. I did that part. That wasn't my full-time job, but I was pretty good at it. So I did it for a couple brochures for another place, that hospital I used to work at. But you see my point, right? All these numbers, no matter how you slice that pizza, exactly the same. All right, let's get off this food for a little while. In October, I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee.
For real?
Yeah. End of October. I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee for a weekend.
You going to Knoxville?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long drive.
Let's say, let's say it's 200 miles, about 4 hours. Okay, 200 miles. So it's 200 miles from here to Knoxville, Tennessee. I won't stop halfway. Don't give me the answer. Show me in fractions how I know how far to drive before I stop. I won't stop halfway.
I don't know.
There you go. 200 times 1/2. Right?
How was it 1/2?
I won't stop halfway. On fractions, you multiply, right?
Yeah.
Because in a way, mahogany, it's still like the pizza. Well, I mean, it's like that circle in a way.
Mhm.
Is you've got one side that's 100 and the other that's 100, so put those together equals 200 in total. And so then say he stops halfway, then it's like, okay, he's went one whole 100, which is one whole half
Mhm.
of the way. So then he's still got, only half another few miles, like however many miles to go.
Remember when I gave you guys the multiplication on division, right?
Mhm.
You multiply straight across. Any number over 1 is that number. So just
Mhm.
so you guys keep it focused in your mind, if you have like 200 times 1/2, you just put it over 1. What's 200 times 1?
2.
100.
200 times 1. Any number times itself.
Is it? Is that number?
Is it
200 over 1 times 2.
2.
2, exactly. Remember the example we just did?
Yeah.
For that, multiply the top number,
mm-hmm.
numerator, by the bottom number.
Denominator.
Right. So 200 divided by 2. What's 2 divided by 2?
I don't know the division. I would
1.
Exactly, 1. Then you got these 2 zeros you just bring up, right?
Mhm.
So how far am I going to drive
100
before I take a
miles.
break? 100 miles. Remember when you're dealing with fractions, just multiply straight across. The reason I went over percentages and all that, those are decimals, right? All those are fractions written a different way. But I guarantee, if I was in marketing, and I was going to advertise the motorcycle parts I've got in my garage,
Mhm.
so I got a couple of seats in there, okay? I got a real pretty seat.
And your motorcycle?
Yeah, heck yeah. Got a real pretty seat on my
How
motorcycle.
many seats you got up there?
How
You
many?
got 2.
Oh, well, I've got,
The
Actually, I got
rider's
6.
seat. You got the rider's seat and then the passenger seat.
on one of them, yeah,
That's
two
just
different
behind.
seats, but I'm talking about my garage right now hanging up. Let's say I've got this one real pretty seat, I'm gonna tell you. It's got metal studs on it, nice and shiny chrome,
Pretty good.
got a backrest on it, real pretty. I'll let you have that for $100.
Half of that is 50.
Half of it's 50, okay? Now, if you give me the money right now, don't think about it, don't even look at the seat, you give me money right now, I'm not 1/3 off that. Normally I only knock about 33% off, okay? Usually I'll give somebody between 30, 35%, 33%. Which one of those is a better deal, 1/3 or 33?
33.
Is it?
No, 1/3.
Or are they the same number?
They're the same number.
In a way, they're technically the same.
I feel like we're the only 20 class.
That's okay. That's what marketing comes in.
Mhm.
Like everyone, if you don't understand fractions, you can jump on that because 33 looks a lot bigger than 1/3.
Mhm.
Exact same number, written in 2 different forms. If you divide 100 by 3, you're going to get 33.333 on out.
Yeah.
Okay? 33%, exact same number as 1/3. But people can jump on the 33% every time because that number looks bigger. So they think they're saving more money. Now everyone knows half. So if they say half off, they're going to put half off. They're not going to put 50%. Does everybody know that's a good deal? That's why you need to know fractions. That's why you need to know how to turn fractions into decimals. Because otherwise, when you go to the store, you don't know if you're getting a good deal or not. When you go to buy something, buy a car. Right? Easy finance plans.
Okay.
Well, you go in a car dealership, they're gonna help you out. They're gonna put you in the car.
Because they bribe you to do it.
No, they don't bribe you to do it. They don't even break the law. They just make a good deal, right? I'm gonna sell you a car for $10,000.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. They can say $10,000. Or you ain't got $10,000. We know that, but you got a job. So what we're gonna do? Can you afford? Let's say $250 a month. Can you afford that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have a car for $250. A $10,000 car, $250 a month. How many months do you have to pay on that car for $10,000?
12 months.
Is it? Put it in your calculator. 10,000 divided by 250.
Get your calculator.
Put it in your calculator. Because they're cutting you a good deal, because normal interest rate's about 10%, but we're going to cut that in half. So how many months? What's 10,000 divided?
4 months.
Huh?
4 months.
10,000.
It says it 4 months.
10,000 divided by 250 is a lot more than 4. 1,000 divided by 250 is 4 months.
$40.
40 months, okay? So now you know 40 months, right? So see, you ain't got $10,000, that's fine. We're gonna do $250 a month. Don't worry about the $10,000, that's gone. You can do $250 a month, 60 months. You can afford that, $250 a month, 60 months, you can afford that. How much you paying for that $10,000 car? Put in your calculator. 250 times 60. They never say years, because years sound a long time.
$15,000.
$15,000. So think about that. That's why you need to know this stuff. Now, if you finance a car, that might not be a bad deal, because you got to pay interest, right? A lot of times what they'll do, because they want that finance money, so they'll say, okay, $10,000 car, not a problem. We're going to take 1/5 off for you. So what's 1/5? $10,000. How you figure that up? 10,000 over 1, right? Times what?
2.
Times 1/5, right? 1/5 equals what? 10,000 times 1 equals what? 10. Any number times, times 1 equals the same number, right? What's 1 times 5?
5.
5. So what's 1/5 of $10,000? Figure it out. Let's put it this way. 10,000, right? Because you always divide what by what? In fractions. You guys all know how to do long division. You always divide the numerator, the top number, by the bottom number, right?
I said that you didn't hear me.
All right.
Okay.
All right. 5 into 1, does that work? Does 5 into 2, 10 work? Five into 10. How many times does 5 go into 10?
2 times.
2 times. Right? So now, if you finance a car, you only pay how much for that car?
2 divided by 10. Did you say that?
Well, you were going to pay $10,000. You just figure out what 1/5 of 10,000 is, right?
Yeah.
Which is how much? 2,000. So now, they're not 1/5 off the price. So they're taking 2,000 off the price, right? So how much money are you saving? What's the difference? They're taking 2,000 off. That's one of the key words. They're taking 2,000 off. So they're subtracting 2,000, right? So how much are you paying for that car?
$8,000.
$8,000. But are you really paying $8,000 for that car?
Yeah.
Because what do you have to do to get that $8,000?
Save up some money.
You got to finance for the. See, if you walk in cash, $10,000. But if you finance, they can help you out because they know you're a hard-working person. They know you work hard for your money, so they can help you out. You finance that car, leave the money in the bank. See, don't mess with money in the bank because we're going to sell your car for $8,000 when you finance it. Easy payment plan, right? We're going to charge you $250 a month. We're only going to do it for 60 months. Right? Gotta figure that out once, right?
$15,000.
Still paying $15,000 for the car, aren't you? That looks good on paper, doesn't it? Because you tell everybody, well, I made a good deal. I talked them down to $2,000. Only got to pay $250 a month. Everybody can say, man, you're good. But when you made your last check-in, 5 years later, 60 months equals 5 years. Think about that. You bought that car your freshman year at college, you're still paying for it 1 year after you graduate from college. So think about that.
Could it be a different story if you bought it like in the year that you were graduating from high school?
Well, the time frame works out the same. It's still 5 years. Still 5 years. No matter when it starts and when it ends, it's still 5 years. The point is, if you don't understand fractions, you can get advantage taken of it at every turn. Just like on your paycheck. When you get paid, you make $10 an hour. So you make $10 an hour, you work 40 hours a week, which is standard work week. $400 a week, what you gonna make? How much money are you gonna put in the bank every Friday?
100.
100?
Or half of that.
Maybe half of it, maybe a little bit more. Because what comes off of that?
Interest.
Not interest.
Well, at
You've
least
had
what
a-
I see on my checks,
Yeah, you've had a job.
it like I've seen that my they'll take it off for tax, for Social Security, for pretty much everything that they have to. And even though they take those from me half the time, my paycheck is still about sometimes 300 or so. But
So I have a question.
Okay.
How, like, if your check is like, this is for a question for this thing, but if your check is like over $100, how do you get all that money in your hand when you go cash it? Do they give you the money in your hand, or do they like balance it out?
That's a good question. Talk about how much money you actually get paid.
Yeah.
Different places do different things. When I was young, we didn't even have debit cards. They didn't even exist. One place I worked, you went in and you signed your voucher.
Mhm.
Called it vouchers. In other words, I walked in, they said, Newman, this week, you got $300 coming to you. So I signed my pay voucher. They give me $300 cash. Other places I work, every Friday I got a check, or every other Friday I got a check in my hand. I go to the bank and cash the check.
And they give you all that money in the bank,
I
right?
could keep some in the bank and get some in cash.
Yeah.
The place my son used to work now, modern days, they gave him a Visa check card. Because it's temporary, so it's a temporary kind of job. So every Friday, they electronically put so much money on his Visa check card. And gave him a printout about how much he earned and everything's been taken out. They have to do that. But every Friday, he could check his balance on his Visa check card. It's like a little debit card. And he could use that. He could get cash out like you're talking about. He could go to an ATM machine and get cash out with that card. Or he could just use that to pay for everything. Almost everyone now uses what they call direct deposit. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go downstairs and pick up my envelope. Tomorrow's payday. What I'm getting in that envelope is a printout with a fake check. Okay. A fake check is looks just like a check, but it has non-negotiable written on it. Non-negotiable means you can't spend it. Just let me know how much money I earned and how much they took out for taxes, insurance, if I had insurance through here and all that. The actual money
Is already technically in the
is already in my bank account. It'll be in my bank account when I wake up tomorrow morning. So chances are, when you get a job, that's the way it's going to work. Will it be a Visa check card, which a lot of small companies use, or it'll go directly to your bank account.
How do they do this?
Electronics, digital stuff. They used to do what they call a roll of tape. They actually had, you ever seen a cassette tape?
Yeah, I had one before.
Right. They actually used to have those, and they'd load in the tape at where whoever doing the financing for you, and then they'd like email that copy of that tape to whatever bank it needs to go to. But now it's all this cloud stuff, and I don't know how they do it. I'm afraid to ask. All I know is when I wake up in the morning, the money will be there. So different ways to do it, but the modern age, it's all going to be electronic.
Unless you're working at a place like I am, that you have to actually go and actually put your check into the ATM.
Yeah, a lot of places are that way. My daughter actually had a job where she got paid by a check. This is how crazy things are. Where the owner of the business wrote her a check, and she could actually get the app on her phone, take a picture of that check,
And then put it to the lowest brand.
and yeah, exactly, it shows up at her bank account. Yeah. That's come a long way from my first job where I had to sign a piece of paper.
I mean, I could do that
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't have to sign mine.
Right. But back
But
up.
sometimes I'll
right.
do that just
But when we
because.
get back on it, how do you know if you can't do the fractions and the percentages? How do you know if they're taking out the right amount of money?
And like with my job, what they do is they'll take out for if you buy food at the restaurant, and even if you have to buy extra work shirts or something.
Right, but what I'm saying is, how do you know how much they took out the right amount? Are you going to take their word for it?
You don't know fractions, you don't know.
You don't know fractions, don't know decimals, percentages. They're all the same thing. Fractions are nothing more than a percentage or a decimal point. 1/2 is nothing more than 0.5 or 50%. They all mean the same thing. Now, in marketing, you'll very seldom see 50%. You will see half off because people understand half off more than they understand 50%. Just like you'll never see 33% off, because that's a weird number. It doesn't register in people's brains. They'll say 1/3. 1/3 off registers in the brain. They might not be able to figure it out unless they know fractions, but they know that's probably a pretty good deal. Now, I know companies, one got in trouble where they'd raise the price and then put it on sale for the regular price and sell out like that. One company got in trouble for it, one of the big box companies. I remember them, I read this when I was in business school. They had a bunch of plastic trash cans for $10 a piece, they couldn't sell them. Nobody wanted them. They raised the price for a couple of weeks to $15. Of course, they weren't going to sell $15. Then they advertised a special, blue light special, they called it, for $10. And sold out every one of them. Because people thought they were getting a good deal. That's why you have to understand. Any more questions? Comments? Jordan, I know you've got this stuff down.
Yeah.
Have you had a job? I know
Uh,
Misty had. For some reason I thought you did.
I did. Yeah.
I thought you mentioned something about it. But whether you have a job or not, when you go shopping.
You gotta balance it. You gotta balance it out so you won't buy it the whole store. And then
Yeah.
you buy it, you just gonna buy it, and then when you get to the register, they'll be like, you're over your balance.
Well, yeah, you have to maintain a budget. You have to know how much you budget for food. You look at that, but when you're in the store,
I like junk food a lot.
You gotta,
everyone
like,
like junk
you gotta
food.
do your bills and you gotta like calculate it enough.
Right. But do you know why when you go to a grocery store, they have coupons set up right there, an advertisement set up right there in front of you? Because they want you to do what's called an impulse buy.
What is that?
Impulsive means that you can do it right now without thinking about it. That's what impulsive is.
Pretty much that you would buy it without even thinking
In
about
other
it.
words, when I go grocery shopping today, which I'm gonna do, I might not want any canned tomatoes. I walk by and they say, canned tomatoes 2 for 1. Well, I gotta get them while they're on sale. I didn't want them, but now they're on sale, so I get 2 cans of tomatoes I don't even want. Probably won't even need for a couple of weeks. But I bought them because they're on sale. That's an impulse buy. That's why everything you see when you walk in the store isn't there by chance. When you walk in, you see the candy rack right in the entrance. They didn't put that there because that's the only place they had to put it. They put it there because they want you to walk in, see that, and say, wow, I want candy now. That's called an impulse buy. But if you don't know the fractions, know how to convert fractions into decimals, know how to figure out, just like on the pizza, if I tell you, I'm going to eat 4 slices of pizza, but you only get 1, who gets more pizza?
You do.
Not if pizza sliced like this. What if the pizza sliced like this? Okay? I'm going to eat these 4 pieces, but you only get 1.
Those are 3 pieces.
Okay, I'm not a good artist. We'll go 3 pieces.
Oh.
Okay, I get 3 pieces, you only get 1. Am I
That's
getting,
more for you.
is there?
Because you have 4, and that one person had, the other person had the whole slice to yourself.
Okay, I only slice this side, and we'll go with 3 since that works out. I slice half the pizza into 3 slices, right? So I'm getting 3 slices. You're only getting 1. But
That's a lot of pizza.
the question is, am I getting more pizza than you are?
No.
Not
We're
really.
getting the exact same amount, right?
Yeah.
We're both getting half the pizza. I just got mine into 3 different slices. Left yours in 1 big slice. That's what marketing is all about. That's why knowing fraction is all about. Because if I come up bragging, when we go down for the honor roll party today, I come back bragging, I had 3 scoops of ice cream. Mahogany only had 1. I might have had 3 really small scoops. The same size as your 1 scoop, but everybody's going to say, man, you're greedy. You ate more than Mahogany did, right? But in reality, we had the same amount. Right? That's why you have to know fractions.
Do the staff have to take this down, or will they come up here and get us?
We'll take care of you for that.
Okay. You
Yeah.
stay here to 5:45.
I'm staying here most of the time. So we'll take you down for that.
Oh, all right.
You guys go and get your computers out so we can get back on
Turn
science.
this desk around?
Can we do what?
Can we turn the desk around?
Yeah.
Turn it off?
Yeah, you have to.